Hi, I'm Representative Larry Pittman, running for re-election to the North Carolina House, 83rd District. You know, education is an issue that is very important to all of us in this state. There are a lot of different ideas about how we ought to go about improving it. One thing that I've found a lot of teachers agree with me about is that we need to get rid of Common Core. Now, there are those in Raleigh who will tell you that we already got rid of it, but all we actually did was change the name and keep it pretty much the same with just a few tweaks to the English language portion. But a better math standard that was offered was rejected. It wasn't even considered. But even though they changed the name, Common Core is still pretty much the same detriment to real education that it was from the start. And it's not the teacher's fault. It's a bad set of standards that they're forced to use. And I've had a lot of teachers come to me and thank me for fighting to get rid of Common Core, and they want it gone. A lot of you parents who've seen what it's doing to your kids want it gone, and I want to go back to Raleigh next year and fight to get rid of it. I've been fighting to get rid of Common Core since 2013, and my efforts have not completely been successful. But now I have a new ally. Superintendent of Public Instruction, Mark Johnson, agrees with me that we need to get rid of that which is Common Core, even though it's not called that anymore. And so I plan to work next year more closely with him and some other folks who are very adamant about getting rid of this. One of the concerns that I hear from parents is that they don't see any textbooks for their kids. They don't get to really look at what their kids are being taught in school. I think parents need to have more access to what the instructional materials are and what's being expected of their kids and how they're being taught. So I'd like to work on that in my next term. Another issue with education is teacher income. Now, what a lot of people don't understand or will not tell you is that since 2014 we have increased teacher funding every year. For 5 years now, we have raised teacher salaries every year, and it's been a total average increase for teachers of 19.1% since 2014. Now, you don't hear that everywhere, but it's the truth. We've done it, and I've been glad to be part of it. Another issue is teaching assistants. In 2017, the state Senate wanted to get rid of funding for teaching assistants, but I was one of those in the House who held out and fought to keep teaching assistants in the budget. And so I hope we can even improve on that situation going forward, and I look forward to being part of that process as a member of the Education K-12 committee in the House. This year in our budgeting process, we provided $30 million for school safety equipment, for improvements in school safety. We know that's a big issue for everyone. I've advocated allowing teachers who are willing, who have concealed carry permits, to get extra training and to be able to be armed in the classrooms. And I've heard from a lot of teachers who agree with that. And I also got word from the State Sheriff's Association that they would prefer having teachers armed instead of hiring armed guards. And so I think that's something that at least needs to be considered. We need to give the teachers that freedom to defend themselves and their students. But at least we are making some progress in improvements in security measures that need to be done. So I want to continue to work to make our schools safer for teachers, children, for everybody who's there. I'm proud of the improvements that we've made in education. There's still more to do, and I would like to have another term to continue to work on this, so please help me out. Vote for me on November 6th.
Paid for by Committee to Elect Larry Pittman.